Hello, and welcome to the conference attendee orientation hosted by GLACUHO.
Today you'll meet our Indiana State Delegate, Jocelyn Mall from Indiana University.
And Molly Rockefeller, the Illinois delegate from University of St. Francis in Joliet, Illinois.
Also, Kelly Steffen, the Ohio delegate from Ohio University.
And to wrap it up, my name is Tim Nichols. I'm the Michigan delegate from Oakland University.
Today we'll cover a quick recap of GLACUHO as an association. You'll meet some of our board members, including the tri-presidents. We'll talk about the annual conference and how you can make the most of your experience, both in preparation, but also ways to engage.
First, we want to talk about what is GLACUHO. Our mission statement is providing the best opportunities for housing officers to learn, lead, and serve, which includes our mission statement that will be widely recognized as a premier regional housing association. GLACUHO really has some strong core values of personal, professional, and organizational growth, service, visionary leadership, and inclusivity. All of this really is encompassed in the annual conference that we will continue to discuss throughout the presentation.
GLACUHO welcomes and appreciates diversity at all levels of the association and treats members with respect and dignity. As educators and housing professionals, we must foster environments that exhibit appropriate respect towards others and oppose all acts of intolerance. GLACUHO prohibits discrimination and harassment on the basis of race, sex, ethnicity, religious or spiritual preference, gender identity, sexual orientation, size, creed, political affiliation, diversity of thought, national origin, ancestry, age, marital status, physical ability, political affiliation, or veteran status. GLACUHO welcomes and affirms all individuals to our association.
So what is GLACUHO? Well, GLACUHO is a lot of things, but here we're going to cover our purpose. There's a lot of bullet points here. First one, to better prepare housing officers to meet the diverse and changing needs of those we serve with primary concern for students. Also, to contribute to the improvement of planning services for residential life and residential facilities provided by housing officers. To advance and communicate professional knowledge and standards in the field of student housing. To provide opportunities for education of professional development of housing officers. To sponsor activities and services which assist housing officers in the exchange and distribution of information and ideas. And last but not least, to be supportive of the goals and purposes of the Association of College and University Housing Officers International.
GLACUHO has a number of leadership positions, 3 of which are our tri-presidents, and today we're joined by our current president, Eric Musselman.
Hi, thanks, Jocelyn. It's my honor to be here today welcoming all of our new delegates, and I'm really looking forward to meeting all of you at our conference this year. Just a quick overview of the president position. You'll notice that there are 3 of us, and we're called the tri-presidents, but this works because the first year after you get elected, you serve in the role of president-elect, which Sarah Meany is currently finishing her year as president-elect. Then you serve as a year as president, which I'm finishing my year. And then you serve as a year of past president, where you serve as kind of a resource and guidance for the president-elect and president, and that's Tiffany Gonzalez. So the 3 of us make up the president team, but we're not the only ones that are part of the leadership team. We actually have quite a large leadership team, which you'll learn about soon. But I'm looking forward to meeting each of you at the conference, so please feel free to come up and say hello and introduce yourself. It's a great opportunity for networking, and doesn't matter if you are a first-time attendee or a 20th time attendee, we value everyone to attend. So looking forward to seeing all of you soon.
Beyond the beyond the tri-presidents, we have the leadership team, and that's consisted of 2 groups. The board of directors, which are elected officers, which the group that Eric just spoke about is represented, as well as our secretary treasurer and the 4 state delegates who are here talking to you today. We also have a committee chair delegate. Our ex officio officers, also mentioned as appointed officers, really represent committee chairs that are planning the conference as well as doing the committee work that really is the meat of the work that our organization does. And the committee, we'll talk a little bit more about being on a committee later, but we wanted you to be aware of these positions. And as Eric mentioned, we all are wanting to connect and engage with everyone at the conference. So if at any point you have a question or concern or just want to get connected, anyone in these roles, as you'll see throughout the meetings and in conference, are here to be a support to you.
So before you arrive at Michigan State, we hope that you can look into some opportunities to engage at the conference. One is volunteering to become a moderator. So moderating is a great opportunity to get involved and meet other professionals. The responsibilities include introducing presenters and keeping track of time, distributing access codes for program evaluations, and then thanking the presenters and assisting attendees in completing evaluations. And you can find the link to sign up for that via one of the state newsletters or on the GLACUHO website. Also, a newer program, the Coalition Building Program. So the Inclusion and Equity Committee welcomes you to participate in our identity-based coalition building program. The aim of this program is to connect professionals on the basis of social identity with the goal of creating meaningful identity-based partnerships. This includes, but is not limited to, similar identities, complementing identities, minoritized or majoritized identities, finding someone to build a coalition with, whether it be for the duration of the conference or a more long-lasting relationship, has a great value within the organization and housing and residence life as a field. Relationships built on support and shared goals related to this identity has the potential to make the coalition validating and rewarding. Be sure to fill out the application, and then placement will be based on available interests. And this is due on Friday, October 11th at 5 p.m. And then also look into bringing donation items for the GLACUHO Cares Initiative, also based by the Inclusion and Equity Committee. They're specifically looking for paper towels, toilet paper, Kleenex, hand soap, deodorant, toothpaste, and toothbrushes, as well as feminine hygiene products, diapers, and hand sanitizers. And these items will all be going back to the MSU Safe Place through the Michigan State University.
So let's talk about some highlights of the upcoming conference. First and foremost, we're going to have our state meetings Sunday from 3:30 to 4:15, which we will discuss a little bit later on in this webinar. Second thing, immediately after that, so feel free to join, and you are highly encouraged to do so, to join our Contemporary Issues Expert session, which will immediately follow from 4:30 to 6 p.m. Further information on that will follow in this presentation as well. First thing Monday morning is our business meeting from 9 o'clock to 10:30 a.m. We also have various programming sessions, learning on the go, and we do have a silent auction as well as donations that are available. Something that is neat about this conference is lodging, meetings, and all of the programming spaces are all in one location.
To highlight a few other conference initiatives, we have the Affinity Social, which is hosted by the Inclusion and Equity Committee, which is designed to support minoritized individuals, and it provides a space to come together following the opening banquet to have a shared conference experience. The Contemporary Issues Committee hosts a case study competition for graduate, entry, and mid-level professionals in 3 different categories. That's on Monday at 1 p.m. And the GLACUHO 5K and Point 5K are fun runs that are hosted by the Health and Wellness Committee. Information on these conference initiatives can be found on the conference tab under conference initiatives on the GLACUHO website.
As you're thinking about all the things that we're talking through, there's probably a little feeling of overwhelmed and how are you going to be able to manage a schedule? Well, you're in luck. We have the Guidebook app, and that is available. If you download the Guidebook app and then search for GLACUHO, you'll be able to download the information about the conference, including program sessions, and kind of individualize your experience for the conference. To do that, You, by October 15th and potentially before that date, would just go ahead and download that app to your mobile device.
Tim mentioned this earlier, but here's some more information about the Contemporary Issues Expert this year. It's going to be Stacy Ranker from The Ohio State University. She currently serves as the Director of Risk and Emergency Management. Stacy found her love for working with students in this position, and from then discovered how much she really loves working as a resource for students. She brings additional experience to emergency preparedness in higher education and will be speaking on this during the session, so definitely don't miss out on that.
So as we had talked about before, state meetings, they're a thing. They will be happening Sunday at 3:30 to 4:15. So if you're not familiar with state meetings, this provides you an opportunity to meet as well as network with other professionals that work within your various states. In addition to that, we have some new-ish state delegates that are on this call, and you'll be able to meet them alive and in person. With that, we will also talk about a little bit of awareness of the 5-star program, which we will discuss later in this presentation, but you get some more info in person at the state meeting. Hopefully, there will be awards for each state, which will be announced at this time. And then other state business and announcements will be discussed on a state-to-state basis.
The GLACUHO business meeting takes place on Monday morning. Doors open at 8:30 for registration and the business starts at 9. The new election procedure will be covered. Each institution has one vote for all business matters during the business meeting. So make sure your voting delegate from your institution signs in. The state delegates will be there at the door to check folks in and answer any questions you may have. While you may not be the voting delegate, we encourage everybody to attend the business meeting to better understand the association, how we work, and current issues we're discussing. Online on the website, under the conference tab, there's a guide to the business meeting, which has some great vocabulary, parliamentary procedure overview, and important pieces you might need to know if this is your first business meeting with GLACUHO.
Another awesome opportunity at the conference is Learning on the Go. This is a come and go learning opportunity to check out posters and more from various organizations. It's a really great passive learning opportunity if you have any downtime throughout the conference. And it's open throughout the conference. The times are listed on the slide.
We also wanted to provide some information about the ACUHO-I Foundation. Some of the folks from the foundation will be present at the conference where you can talk to them in person about what the foundation is. But just in short, the foundation raises money for ACUHO-I to fund large-scale educational programs, research initiatives, and practice innovations for campus housing and residence life professionals around the world. It's important to donate to help advance the ACUHO-I mission, empower those working in campus housing and the residence life profession, and engage the broader higher education community. Some of these funds also go back to GLACUHO, so our membership, including you, can benefit from the ACUHO-I Foundation to attend different conferences. You can donate in person at the conference or online, and we are having some initiatives such as the silent auction with grab-and-go items, wine and beer pool, and Duck in the Bag, where that money goes back to the ACUHO-I Foundation.
So getting connected with GLACUHO is great at the conference, but there are many ways for you to stay engaged after the conference as well. A prime opportunity that you have is joining the committee, which we will discuss in detail in a little bit. However, other means of participation, you could join in webinars, such as the one that we are on now, as well as other committee initiatives. Make sure that you're reading your bi-weekly state updates, as those commonly will have other engagement opportunities within those notifications as well. And then feel free to read our quarterly Trends magazine publication and or author Trends articles yourselves.
As Tim mentioned, we have a committee process. So committees are groups of folks regarding these different topical areas. Each committee is led by a committee chair, which is an appointed member of the leadership team. Applications are due November 1st, so we encourage you to take time at the conference to talk to the folks that are putting on these conference initiatives and really driving the work that GLACUHO does through their committee work. Lots of different opportunities, and there's a way you can rank committees you're interested in as well. So don't feel like you need to just hone in on one, but be open to multiple opportunities.
An opportunity available for first-time attendees is our 5-star program, and this is actually an event program hosted by the state delegates, and there will be more information at state meetings, but you can receive a 5-star pin by completing 5 or more items at the conference. It's really an opportunity to push yourself to get engaged and try new things. Obviously, being at the conference itself is something new, but really kind of getting involved and invested in the different things we have going on. So things such as attending the business meeting or engaging with the contemporary issues expert, serving as a program moderator, applying to be on a committee, or participating in the silent auction. Any of those things can get you 1 point closer to that 5-star pin.
And finally, if you need anything during the conference, feel free to reach out to any of us state delegates. Our contact information is here. If you need anything at the conference, before the conference, or after the conference, feel free to reach out, and we look forward to seeing you in East Lansing in a few weeks.